Are you wondering how to market a small law firm? I've got that answer and all of the myths and the crap and the garbage you're hearing. I'm going to debunk all of it. You need to join me for this episode of our show. Let's go. Hi, I'm Dave Lorenzo, and today we're talking about how to market a small law firm. You will find that there are dozens and dozens of people out there who want to help you market a small law firm. They're offering a solution to helping you market a small law firm. They may even name their company How to Market a Small Law Firm. But what they really are is scammers, and they're going to take your money, and you're never going to get the results you want. Today, on this episode of our show, I'm going to debunk all the myths about how to market a small law firm. I'm going to share with you what you need to do and how you need to do it. Watch this episode, and if you like it, be sure and give me the thumbs up, and be sure and subscribe. We do videos just like this several times a week, and I don't want you to miss a single one. Let's get started talking about how to market a small law firm. The myths associated with this topic are plentiful. There are dozens of them. I'm going to share just a handful of them with you today and explain why you can't buy into any of these myths about how to market a small law firm. The first myth is that you have to go out and you have to attend dozens and dozens of networking meetings. You got to join some type of networking group. You got to pass hundreds of referrals in order to receive referrals in return. None of that is true. You don't have to join a networking group. You don't have to fulfill some type of mandatory requirement for passing referrals. In fact, if you didn't ever pass a referral to anyone and you didn't network with anyone, you could still be successful at marketing a small law firm. I'm going to share with you the things you can do instead of attending networking group meetings, instead of joining a leads group. The second myth that I want to blow up right now is that you need a lot of money in order to market a small law firm. When I think about how to market a small law firm, I don't think about money. I think about relationships. And we're going to talk about how you can build relationships. And relationships are not expensive. It doesn't cost a lot of money to develop relationships with people. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of financial resources. You can market a small law firm successfully, effectively, without ever investing thousands and thousands of dollars. The third myth associated with marketing a small law firm is that social media is everything. You know, you listen to gurus online today and they're telling you to post 60 pieces of content on social media every day. Who the hell has time to post 60 pieces of content on social media every day and still practice law? You're a professional. You need to get your work done. You don't have time to post 60 pieces of content on social media. Social media is great for amplifying your message. You can put systems in place to leverage social media, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Don't buy into the hype that you gotta post hundreds of pieces of content every week on social media in order to be effective and successful. You don't need to do that. That myth is exactly that, a myth. It's garbage, it's untrue. The next myth that I want to shoot full of holes is that you have to have a state-of-the-art website. You don't need to have the most up-to-date, the most technologically savvy, the website with all the flash animation. Not necessary. You need an informative website where you can post and update content. You need a website that has your bio. You need a website that was developed in the last 3 to 5 years. It shouldn't look like it's 20 years old, but you don't need a high-tech, flashy website that costs tens of thousands of dollars. A website you can post content on and that you keep updated on a regular basis is all you need to market a small law firm. The final myth that I want to dispel for you today is that you have to plaster your face all over a billboard or bus bench or shelter where people wait for the bus. I see lawyers, particularly in consumer practice areas, that invest tens of thousands of dollars in billboards, in bus advertising, in outdoor advertising in general, and that advertising hasn't worked for years, and there's no way to measure the effectiveness of it. Anyone who's trying to sell you brand or image advertising is a scammer. They're just looking to take your money and run. Don't do it. Don't buy into it. That myth is garbage. You don't need to partake in outdoor advertising, in mass market advertising, in brand advertising. Now let's talk about the 5 mistakes I see people make when they're looking to market their small law firm. You want to know how to market your small law firm, you want to be effective at doing it, but you want to do it in a way where you're not making mistakes. These are the 5 biggest mistakes I see people make when they're marketing a small law firm. Mistake number 1, spending money before testing your strategy. Let's say someone comes to you and they sell advertising and they say to you, this ad is going to work gangbusters for you. You're going to get 20 new clients a month. What you should do is you should say, okay, here's what I'd like to do. Before committing to running the ad for a year, I'd like to run it for 1 month and see what happens. If I get 1 client in 1 month, I will invest in a year's worth of advertising. Anything you do when it comes to marketing a small law firm should be tested first. And if the people won't allow you to test it, run like hell. Run away from any type of advertising or marketing or promotional opportunity that doesn't allow you to test it first. This is especially true when it comes to direct mail or direct response advertising or online ads in general. If people are coming to you telling you to place ads for a year without ever running a test, it's a scam. You need to run away as quickly as possible. Test first, then commit to long term. Mistake number 2, listening to a salesperson for your marketing strategy. Getting your marketing strategy from a salesperson is disastrous mistake number 2, and I don't want you to make it. Look, people have to make a living. So they make a living by promoting their products and services. Some of them are really, really good, and some of them work very well. The salesperson who comes to you is always going to position his product or his service in the best light possible. That's why you go back to that rule number 1 that I gave you, test everything. So when a salesperson comes to you and he has something to offer, if he tells you you need to build your entire marketing strategy around this product or this service, you need to be skeptical and you need to do your homework. Salespeople provide good products and services. They're there to introduce you to their products and services, and you should listen to them, but you shouldn't let them dictate your marketing strategy. So if you're thinking about how to market a small law firm, think about talking to a lot of salespeople in a lot of different companies, in a lot of different industries before making a final decision on anything. Salespeople are great, they're informative, and they will be your partners in this process, but you shouldn't let a salesperson dictate your marketing strategy. Mistake number 3 is a big one. Taking advice from a washed-up lawyer. Look, you're watching this video now and you're thinking to yourself, this guy's got some great ideas. Maybe you're even taking notes, and maybe you'll watch some of my additional videos. I hope you do. I've done this, teach people how to grow businesses, for over 30 years. That's what I do, and I've done it forever. I want you to be successful, and I have a list of dozens and dozens of references, people just like you who I've helped. I'm not a washed-up lawyer who couldn't cut it in the legal world. I'm not somebody who couldn't do what I'm advocating that you do. I grow my business using the strategies that I'm teaching you right now. You will not learn how to market a small law firm from somebody who couldn't market a small law firm. That is the God's honest truth. If the lawyer you're talking to couldn't cut it as a lawyer and now they want to teach you how to grow a law firm, you got to run away as fast as possible. There are plenty of people like me who are experts at sales, experts at marketing. We've written books. We have testimonials and letters of recommendation as long as your arm, and we will give you dozens and dozens of references. That's who you should look to for help when it comes to marketing your small law firm. Never take advice from a washed-up lawyer. The next mistake I see people make is similar. They often go to someone who's a part-time lawyer for help with their law firm marketing. Why on earth would you work with somebody who's a personal injury lawyer by day and a lawyer marketing consultant at night? If they were good enough as a personal injury lawyer, they would still be a full-time personal injury lawyer. Don't work with part-time lawyers or washed-up lawyers. Two sides of the same coin. Lawyers who are good at marketing market their firms, and they have so much work, they're so busy, they don't have time to teach you how to market. Experts, professionals, people who know how to grow businesses should be the people you turn to for help with growing your business. Don't make the mistake of hiring a part-time lawyer or a washed-up lawyer for help with marketing your small law firm. The final mistake I want you to avoid at all costs is putting all of your dollars behind one strategy. Don't do it. You need to have 10 to 15 different ways to attract one new client. I mean, ideally, you'd have 100 ways to attract a new client, but if you're just getting started in marketing your small law firm, you're going to have 10 or 15 different ways to attract a new client. If you do that, you will never be at the mercy of Google or at the mercy of the US Postal Service or at the mercy of Constant Contact or MailChimp or whatever service you're using to deliver your marketing message. Always have multiple ways to get your message to your ideal client. Never put all your eggs in one basket. So often I see people who run ads in the local business newspaper and they think that's going to bring in hundreds and hundreds of clients, and maybe the phone rings once a month. This is putting all your eggs in one basket. I don't want you to do that. You got to diversify your marketing mix. Never put all your eggs in one basket. That's the final mistake I want you to avoid making. All right, we've talked about the myths. We've talked about the mistakes. Now I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to give you 5 things to get you started in marketing your small law firm. You came here with the question, how do I market a small law firm? I'm answering it for you right now. The first thing I want you to do is have all your relationships organized. Have all your relationships organized, have all your relationships in one place. This is a database. You can use a specific system called a client relationship management system, a CRM system. You can use MailChimp or Constant Contact, your email system, to organize your client database. Hell, you can even use an Excel spreadsheet if you've got nothing else. Have all of your contacts nice and neat in one place. The second thing I want you to do, I want you to communicate with clients, with prospects, and with evangelists on a weekly basis. Clients are people who've paid you money for your services. Prospects are people who look just like your best clients, who you want to engage you to work with them. And evangelists are people who've never used your services, but they refer you on a regular basis. You need to connect with all 3 of these groups on a weekly basis. Send them a weekly email newsletter. In fact, if you want to amplify that communication, you can also communicate with them on a monthly basis with a print newsletter. Write them a letter once a month. You can send them videos educating them, entertaining them, and informing them. Frequency of communication builds trust. Once you've got your database organized, you need to communicate with all of these people on a weekly basis. The third thing you need to do to market your small law firm is focus on building that database. Go out and meet other people who are just like your ideal client. If you can't meet them in person, do webinars to educate groups of people who look just like your best client. Take their name and email information, put them in your email database. Communicate with them, again, weekly and monthly. Share great, valuable information with them, and make sure they know the value you can provide. Build your list. Communicate with your list on a regular basis. That's how you master marketing a small law firm. The entire focus of your marketing efforts are delivering value before people engage you through education-based marketing with your weekly email or your monthly print newsletter and your videos that you send out on a regular basis, and then maintaining that list, keeping that list clean, growing the list by adding value and doing educational events. So let me recap those 5 steps for you again. Step number 1, have all your relationships organized. Have all your contacts in one place so you can target them with specific communication. Step number 2, communicate with that group of contacts frequently. Weekly emails, monthly print newsletters, stay in front of that group of contacts. Keep in touch with your database on a regular basis. Step number 3, when you're communicating with your database, you're also building your list of people. Every time you come in contact with a new person who's a good prospective client for you, they go into that database so they get the weekly and monthly communication. Your mission in life is to build your database and continue to communicate with that database. That's how you market a small law firm. Step number 4, deliver valuable information through your weekly communication, through your monthly communication, and through your videos. Valuable communication means you're not selling, you're educating, you're developing these relationships by providing value first, and then you receive their business in return. Step number 5 is offering that valuable content as frequently as possible. You want to be in front of them exactly when they need the information, and you want to give them the exact information they need. These are the 5 steps for building a small law firm, for marketing a small law firm. Have all your relationships organized. Communicate with your clients on a regular basis. Build the list of clients. Focus on building your list. Deliver valuable information and offer great value that differentiates you from everyone else. That's the key. Your value, the educational material, is a differentiator. It separates you from everyone else who does what you do. If you're looking for the answer to marketing a small law firm, you're wondering, how do I market a small law firm? You need to go no further. We provide great videos on this subject all the time. Join me right back here for our next video. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, I'm Dave Lorenzo, and here's hoping you make a great living and live a great life.